You don't need to pass to me anymore, Rio.
Wait a minute. You know how things stand, right? If we don't score the next goal, it's all over for us.
Not us. It'll be over for me. You just ensured your survival with that goal, right?
Huh? Oh, but we'd be better together.
No, that way won't work anymore. When you're around, I end up relying on you. But now I know that kind of soccer won't make me the world's best. You can fight on your own now, so I need to do the same, Rayo.
Nagi! Wait, we can still...
Come on, Nagi. Turn that fear into fire! That's high. And fight. Seishiro, your instincts have finally awakened.
Okay, let's rush him. Keep up the speed.
I'm gonna lose Rayo. Won't be able to play soccer with Rayo anymore.
I never thought a future like that would come. No way, Rayo. I still want
Nagi?
to be with you.
I'll get stronger, so let me stay at your side.
I'll become a Nagi who can dream
Of being the best.
Oh, my own. What stage is that? Not gonna happen, though. We know how to do with that move.
For real? He saw through it? So do I shoot? No! I need to get past these three players. He's coming! The goal! He's gonna take it. I'm scared. I can do this on my own. Nagi!
Rayo? On my own? On my own?
Ha! Together we...
I don't think so, Nagi-chi. You gotta do it alone here, even if it kills you. You're a failure of an egoist. Nagi.
What's up, everybody? We're doing another Blue Lock video. I said I was gonna do it, so I'm gonna do it. Today we're talking about chapter 298. This is the most recent chapter that dropped. We finally know what happened to Nagi in his match with Bachida and how he got shut down. So to make a long story short, Nagi ended up passing the ball, as you can see if you watched the beginning of my video. If you didn't, Nagi had the chance to make a goal or shoot a goal, but he got scared that he was gonna get the ball stolen from him or blocked, so he ended up passing the ball because he didn't believe in himself enough. He didn't have enough ego to pass the ball. So the story I think Kaneshiro is trying to tell us here is a parallel between a genius and a talented learner. There's a reason he dropped episode Nagi, and it was to parallel Blue Lock's story between Isagi, the talented learner, and Nagi, the natural genius. And in these two stories, in Nagi's and in Isagi's story, we find out that in the beginning of Isagi's story, he has a moment where he decides to pass the ball. And when he does this, he ends up losing the match because he doesn't know the true essence of what Japanese soccer is all about, what Blue Lock was all about. Finding your ego, finding your selfishness. And I think what he did here, Kaneshiro, was he waited until 300 chapters in to parallel this moment with a genius that came to a realization that he needs to discover his own ego and that everything isn't handed to him. So this is the one-up that talented learners have on egoists that naturally have all of their skill sets just from the gate. You know what I mean? So what Ego kind of realized, and not realized, but said during the last match in the NEL, when Isagi didn't realize that he could beat a genius when he was playing against Noel and he was playing against Kaiser, was that geniuses aren't the only ones that can dominate the field. That a talented learner, if he tries hard enough and learns enough from a genius on the field, that he can parallel the genius and sometimes surpass that genius. I'm kind of, you know what I mean, all over the place. But what I'm trying to say here is what I think is going to happen with Nagi is I think that upcoming is going to be the World Cup. So we're going to get U20 World Cup, then we're going to get the real World Cup once the characters are a little older. I think what they're going to do is they're going to bring back Kira. This is something that me and my friend Kenneth have talked about a little bit. Kira was the character that was in the very beginning that beat Isagi, and I also think they're going to bring out Sei. I think Sei or Sai, whichever one you want to call it. I say Sai, but my friends say Sei. So I think Sai is going to come back, and he's going to kind of be influenced or take a notice to Nagi. Possibly that might be a route they take, or I think that they're going to bring back Kira. Kira is going to be a main antagonist since we already are done with the Kaiser arc, so now we need a new antagonist. Kaiser was a cool antagonist, but I think that Kira can be an amazing antagonist because of his uniqueness from the beginning, him thinking that he can negate Ego's theory of having an ego. So yeah, I think that that might be a thing that they do. I think that's a very good theory. I also think that they're going to not remove Nagi from Blue Lock. I kind of just think Blue Lock isn't going to be the mainstream source of soccer anymore. I think they're going to be Blue Lock players, and then these main 24 players are going to be on the U20 World Cup team. So they're going to play in the World Cup with Noel, and some of them are going to be on the starting lineup. Some of them are going to be on the bench, but Nagi's not going to be on that team. Nagi's going to spend his time, whether it's on another team, by himself, whatever it is, he's going to possibly get picked up by Ego for another wildcard type event. So where he builds his ego and finally, you know what I mean, surpasses what he can do alone. And I think that's what's going to go on. So the whole time we're getting like that, parallel with Isagi and his side and seeing what happens in the World Cup with a talented learner versus all of the geniuses. Our other genius main character is going to be in the background, learning, progressing by himself, and we're not going to see it until they progress into the episode Nagi part of that series. So that's the only way we're going to find out what happens with Nagi while he isn't in the World Cup or the U20 World Cup. So I think what's going to happen is he's going to come back during the World Cup, but he's not going to be there for the U20 World Cup. That's just my theory, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. I also wanted to talk a little bit about the ending. I thought it was really crazy how he put Nanase at the bottom and kind of like made it look like Nagi was going to be 24. But I actually think this is good for Nagi's character. I'm a big ass Nagi fan. If anything, I'm a bigger Bachida fan, and I was kind of getting mad that Bachida was getting sidelined. He was a big part of the story in the beginning with Isagi kind of inflaming Isagi's ego and being that kind of catalyst for a lot of the reasons that Isagi evolves, even when he's on the other team. So I love Bachida just as much as I love Nagi, but now I love Bachida even more than I love Nagi. I loved doing the voice for Bachida. He's just a goated character. Dribbling is probably my favorite ability out of any ability on Blue Lock. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. I don't want to keep this video too long. It's already getting up to 10 minutes, so we're going to cut it here. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you guys think is going to happen in the next chapter? Do you think that Nagi's going to cry? What do you think is going to happen in the future with the U20 match? Do you think Ego's going to train Nagi? Do you think... I don't know. What do you guys think is going to happen? I think that they're going to do a little bit of a... With indirect order, I think right after this, they're going to let Nagi react to being 24 spot. Then they're gonna let Rayo react, whatever. Next chapter, they're gonna do a little bit of slice of life up until 300. Then 300, they're gonna kind of do like a little time skip maybe, and then they're gonna go into the World Cup. Maybe they might do a little bit longer of a you know what I mean, slice of life type, you know what I mean, chapters. But I don't know. I know directly they're gonna go slice of life, World Cup or U20 World Cup. Then they're gonna do a big time skip to the U20 World Cup, or no, the big World Cup, not U20 World Cup. My bad, I'm jumping all over. So it's slice of life, little time skip, U20 World Cup, big time skip, World Cup. So that's going to be the way it goes. So let me know what you guys think and stay sturdy, my friends.